Hello everybody, this is Pixel Police Box, also known as Pixel or Nathan or Nat. And today we're looking at a special little Minecraft project I basically just started working on. But it's kind of my tribute to FNAF this year, since it's the 10th anniversary this year. So to give some background, back in 2014, I got into FNAF just as the FNAF 2 teasers were coming out. So, with that, like how I got introduced to FNAF, I think it was one of two places. One of them was the Dan TDM playing Minecraft Five Nights at Freddy's, or two, Gmod Five Nights at Freddy's, either through, I think through Venturian Tale. That was like the main one that got me introduced to at least that side of things. But Markiplier might have helped with that as well. Like specifically his Gmod Five Nights at Freddy's stuff. So, in the spirit of celebrating 10 years of Five Nights at Freddy's, I figured I figured why not recreate these old Gmod maps that very much just, it reminds me specifically of 2014 and those old days of FNAF and how they were pretty off. They were like sometimes pretty off model, textures weren't exactly right, and the animatronics were just horrible in comparison to their actual in-game models and whatnot, but they do have a special place in my heart, and I really do love them. And so I figured, since I was actually working on a Minecraft Five Nights at Freddy's project with one of my friends, I figured I'd put my building to good use, since I'm pretty much done building for the majority of the stuff for that project. I figured, why not try and recreate the Gmod Five Nights at Freddy's maps in Minecraft. Now, the ones I'm specifically talking about is the ones from like the very old ones, the ones that we remember the YouTubers playing on, and like Venturian Tale, Markiplier, whatnot. I'm mainly only doing up to FNAF 3, because after that point, the maps kind of just, either they got good, but also at that point, a lot of people stopped caring about, just, it wasn't really the focus of like the Five Nights at Freddy's community of playing these Gmod maps that had events and stuff. The main ones that I remember were 1, 2, and 3 that were like the main ones. 2 being my most nostalgic, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But to start us off, I'm making 3 different videos for when these come out. I will have the world download in the, hopefully in the description, so that you guys can play it. And I will have updated world downloads every time I upload a new video based upon this world with new stuff. So to get us started, we will move on to Gmod FNAF 1. As you see over here, we have Gmod FNAF 2, and this is where FNAF 3 will be. I have no color palette or anything ready for this one, so that's why it's boarded off. So this world is more of a roleplay world. It's not like a fully functioning version. This was mainly just, this started out as just kind of like, oh, I'm building this. But then I was like, well, I have to do something with it, so I figured I'll make it a roleplay map. So, start off, let's go over to the animatronics. So this is the animatronic room. Also, to replicate the big doors, I just made it like this. Also, if you have a really like slow computer, there is a lot of entities for these map artworks. There's a lot of them, so I will say at least have a decent computer before you start playing this, but the main thing is you do not need any mods for this. You do not need anything to play this. No data packs, no nothing. I will say that does make that there isn't any sounds to this, but in a far future update, I can probably add sounds to it with a data pack or a resource pack, but you would not need that to play this at all. So when you enter the animatronic rooms, you have all of these chests that have the animatronics in them. And these buttons next to them are all the teleporting buttons. Here is I think that just kind of a notice, like, so basically in this, if playing it as an animatronic, break the armor stand of the animatronic you're playing as when you teleport them into the map. Basically what that means is that I do have animatronics set, like armor stands set up in the positions of the animatronics, but as of right now I do not have commands to just delete them when the button for you teleporting in their place is set, and for them to be replaced back afterwards. So as of right now, you will have to either you can replace them yourself, or you will have to reinstall the entire world just so the animatronics are back in their place. So that's that. So yeah, all of these buttons will teleport you to the animatronic specific spot. Over here is the human side, which is where we'll be teleporting. So right here, this is actually just kind of the notice, certain things you need to know. So basically, I'll actually show you when we get in, but there's a way to turn off the lights and turn them back on, just like in the Gmod game. There is no cameras, because the way that they work in the Gmod one, I don't think there's an actual way to physically do, like, make the cameras accurate without using mods. So as of right now, there are no cameras in this one, but even then, in the Gmod FNAF, you end up just walking around anyways. So we'll actually start outside. So I actually have the outside made just like how it is in the original. So this is just like the area outside. We have the flickering light from out there. Also, this is how you teleport back to the lobby. Once you're done, you just press this button, you go back. So we enter through here. So we have the lobby area. I use papers for most of the just random pages thrown about, and paintings used for any of the posters. So we have the cash register here, and a door, and the two giant windows that you can see outside, and it gives the same look as if you're looking in-game. Coming out here, we have the main dining area, and the entire floor is red and blue tiles, like in the actual Gmod map. In here would be the kitchen, but it's blocked off because it's always locked. If we go over here, we have the main gang. I specifically have them in the pose with their heads down, just like in the Gmod map when they're not moving. And some lights and the clouds. If we go over here, we have Foxy's Pirates Cove right here. And behind him, we can actually see the wall behind him, just like in the Gmod map, where it just kind of cuts off there. I don't know if it's the model going through there or whatnot, but that's just how it is. If we head down here, we have the storage closet with the horrible bucket here. I might change this out for a composter. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. And if we head over this way, we have the bathrooms. And there's no safe room because when this map first came out, to my knowledge, the safe room wasn't a known concept. So in here we have the male bathroom, and then over here we have the female bathroom. Basically just identical to my knowledge. And also we have the parts and service room. So here's how we turn off the lights. So we just flick this, flick it back up, And all the lights are out now. At least all the lights that should be out. And, quick notice, if we go over to the front door, it's actually nighttime since I'm using daylight sensors. It actually looks more like the game. And the flickering light is very noticeable. But the door is now shut, and it can only be opened at daytime. So, if we head down here, down this hallway, before we enter the office, there is a special little thing that we can explore. So right here is the kitchen area. Just like in the Gmod thing, this is not, you cannot go through here, but you can just see Golden Freddy sitting in the kitchen. And now we can exit here. There's the end of the hall with that. And here is the office. So here's, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a black screen right here and a black screen right here. It's supposed to represent the cameras. We have a fan here. This is supposed to represent the phone. I might get a player head at some point, maybe just to replace that, but also some just monitors, the windows, and we have functioning lights and doors. So here's the door. It's actually made to look like the doors from the actual map, because in the map it actually had the caution pattern on the bottom and the top of the doors. So, and the door button is on top, so it works for both doors. And the lights. And, whoops. And the lights here. And there we go. And, if you want to turn back on the lights once you are done, you cannot, this lever just turns it to night. You have to go back here and turn to daytime. And now, once you leave, the lights will be back on. And then just to, and then that, and then you just, to leave, you exit back through here, hit the button, and you are back here. Also some rules, just standard rules in case you don't have it set to that. So yeah, that was the map for Gmod FNAF 1. I don't know if I will ever make a functioning version of this, like it's like perfect Gmod where it's like, oh, you can use the cameras and the animatronics move on their own. That will probably be like, I might do that, but don't hold me to it. For right now, this is just a roleplay map with some functioning stuff to it. But I do hope you guys check it out and have some fun with it. I will most likely have FNAF 2 and FNAF 3 done before the end of the year, so do look out for that. And other than that, thanks for watching, and goodbye.